Welcome to another edition of Football Forget About It. I'm your host, Tony DeLuza. All right, football fans, week 6. I know what you're saying. Tony, where were you week 5? Tony had some unresolved business he had to take care of, but thanks to a friend of mine, Danny G, was able to resolve it and nobody was hurt. Tony always likes a peaceful ending. It's always good to know a couple of Irishmen. Chindan, or cilantro, whatever you guys say. Excuse me. I had some prosciutto for breakfast. Speaking of happy endings, Tony went 4-2 last week. No matter what's going on in Tony's life, he's always got time to make a little money. Speaking of, let's get to it. That reminds me, if you only have one betting app at this point, I don't know what you're doing. You gotta have multiple apps. Multiple spreads. There could be a difference of up to 1 point. I know, it's crazy. But if you'd rather bet a pick than get a +1, it's gonna be a lonely life. Make sure you get out there, take advantage of the sign-up bonuses, diversify, and have your choice of different spreads and money lines. It's a no-brainer. If you're not doing it, you might as well give up gambling. Anyway, that's my tip for the day. First up, I like the Seattle Seahawks in a pick'em against the Cleveland Browns. Browns have been playing a little bit better, but I don't know about Freddie Kitchens, and I just feel like that whole thing's a mess. Seattle, on the other hand, has Russell Wilson playing the best football of his life, and a solid head coach in Pete. Should have run the ball, Carroll. That was pretty stunad. No, it's not stunad. Betting on the Seahawks. Next up, I like the Rams -3 at home against the 49ers. I just don't see the 49ers going 5-0. Tony actually likes the under in this game as well. I think it's going to be a bit of a chess match. Tony also likes the Denver Broncos at home, laying 1.5 to the Tennessee Titans. Denver's always a tough place to play. I think the Broncos are on the upswing, and I think Tennessee's Joe Namath struggling. Speaking of struggling, Tony's last bet this week, the Miami Dolphins. I know what you're saying. Tony, the Dolphins? You want me to bet on the Dolphins? I do. The Washington Redskins just fired the head coach, Jacob Gruden, Jacob Gruden, I don't know, one of the Grudens, one of the non-Chucky Grudens. As far as I'm concerned, there's only one Gruden. Anyway, the Redskins are a mess, and last week I could have sworn I saw the Dolphins playing something that resembled football. Take the 5 points and bet the Dolphins. Alright, football forget-a-buddies. I'd like to apologize again for not being available last week, but you know, these things happen. Tony doesn't ever want to stop anybody from making money. I'd also like to apologize for the lack of production value this week, but Tony's a little tight on time. Good luck this week. May your first bet be a good bet. Peace and love, and a salute. If you like making money, make sure to follow me on the Twitter at Tony DeLuza. Thanks for listening to Football Forget About It.